Meow.
I don't think I saw Michelle Pfeiffer do that.
I think it's time I called in a friend.
Oh my god.
Did you just summon a cat?
How observant of you.
Nice little clown. I like the fact that they're forcing you to use both characters in this.
Definitely something suspicious about this place.
Wouldn't be a Lego game with a bunch of time searching for secrets? Yeah.
Oh, no! I mean, don't worry. I have an idea.
Oh my god, please have the shark repellent. Yes, 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 shark repellent, let's go!
This is a job for my trusty shark repellent bat spray.
Oh my god, that is so fun. Oh great, now he's shooting cats at, now he's gonna shoot birds at us.
Now you're really starting to ruffle my feathers.
Batman! The Batman! Well, not the Batman, totally different medium, but... Sorry, hang on. Batmite, super fan! I really wanted to be in the game, so I had to find some way to slide in. Even to put myself in the shopkeeper pantheon with this one. Get your bat stuff here. I got suits, I got props, all that.
Is this the old school Batman game? It does sound like it. Aw, you ruined my treadmill fun. Oh, come on, let her run on the treadmill. Getting tired. Full routine here.
Now, was that...
Quick cover. Reversal. Oh my god, the retro ball's got on a roll up. Ontario just couldn't get out of that cover. Super kick! Let go! Let go! Third! Let go! Super kick party! Yeah, pay him the money for that.
They seem to be really locked in.
There we go! Let's go! Let's go! No doubt! Over the foul pole! Let's go! I'm getting notes here and notes there and notes. Stimulation is the key word here. Lots of stimulation. All right, there we go. That's better for everybody involved here. Sorry about that, chat. Yeah, YouTube didn't have any volume for the first part of the stream just because, or from the mic. I basically, you know what happens? You turn things off, you turn them on and get them going. So, yeah, so like a ship event, you go aboard, there's food trucks. You know what? I love something like that. I also, myself personally, I got a chance to go to Gamescom yesterday. I could have went today as well, but I figured, you know what? I've seen everything I really need to see. The only thing I probably would have looked forward to checking out would be the Deborah Ann Wall. She's got like a D&D type show going on tonight. But literally it'd be tonight, and frankly, I'd rather hang out with you guys than worry about anything like that. TTRPGs just aren't my thing. I wish they were. Got a chance to check out some indie games. Some that are actually, there's demos available online that we're probably going to do a little bit of a run through here a little more thoroughly than I could do at an exhibition. There's a lot of great... One thing I found this year compared to last year, there was a lot more... I love the fact that AEW is just getting completely cock-blocked right now over here. So I'm going to have to see if it's online or whatnot, if it's on the app instead. But there was a lot more story-based games this year. Like last year, I found there was a lot of horror and... there was a lot more horror games. There was a lot more... just found things were a lot more simple. I'd love to see what they're going to say about this for tonight. So, folks, if you're watching, let me know if you're watching Collision right now. Because, well, frankly, I'm not. I'm watching a big car wreck right now. I'm going to have to see if I can catch it up online here right now. The Bucks are, of course they are. Yeah, it is actually pre-recorded, but unfortunately, in Canada, they have the... how do I put this? They got NASCAR on again. Let's put it that way. That's the best way to explain it. Yeah, no, this one's pre-recorded from Wednesday. I haven't looked at any of the results yet. Forgive me, chat. I'm like doing 12 things at once here, trying to find a way that I could actually watch the show. If I can get it up on my laptop or on my computer here, I'll just watch it off that, but skip. Get to the channels, damn it. Mike E fed a collision and yeah. So are they actually? Oh, this is from. God damn it. So, yeah, I guess I'm effed. Like this is a major piss off right now. No, by the time I get the VPN organized, I wouldn't be able to do anything with it anyways. So, apparently they are on 35 out of 60 laps. Oh, you don't apologize. It's not your fault. Unless you're the one who caused the crash here that they're bringing out a goddamn ambulance for and everything. And there's... I'm just going to put a post out on X and just pull a Hail Mary here. Tony Khan, AEW. Oh, Mike, guess whose foundation repair you get to work on Thursday? The Gravedigger guy? Okay. Wow. Trying to remember which one. Yeah, I'm sending out a X post. Like Tony Khan just put out the welcome to Collision, and I'm literally putting on I just put a reply straight out there saying, yeah, in Canada we don't get to see it again. Like, I know on Wednesdays we had a little thing where they put it on the TSN app, which didn't work anyway, but no, it's not even showing up anywhere here tonight. This is like... But yeah, Northeastern Carolina... Speaking of which, I guess that Dax and Cash are taking a fair bit of time off right now. And they showed a little picture with their family this week, so... Yeah, I don't know when. I really don't know what we're going to. Like, are they going to. Like, literally, we're staring at a bunch of cars parked in the middle of a fucking parking lot. pardon my French, but this is starting to piss me off here. If there was any kind of idea what's going on, and it's very funny here, folks, because yeah, Black Flag yeah, well, I don't even have a link for that, so. Fire me one in the Discord. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of fighting with TK on this BS anymore. Let's see if this works. All right, I got messages all over the place here. I love how you guys are helping me out here. Right now we're in the American NASCAR's in Richmond. Yeah, they literally had a car with a front side getting blown out, so Nats, with all due respect, the site that you're sending me to, works for you? Okay, well. It's sending me to a gambling site, so that's why I'm like, all right, here we go. Thank frickin' God. All right. So yeah, you might hear a little bit of background audio from the show because, well, unfortunately, I don't have an ad blocker on my phone, so I am literally watching wrestling off my phone tonight, folks. So watching it now on Apollo IPTV. See, I'm not into these interesting ones, right? A lot of background audio. I turned it down a little bit, so it should be okay here. But yeah, sorry about the technical issues here. Once again, everybody, thank you for being here. I just want to make sure that everything's running on both ends here decently. No, it seems to be going here. So yeah, we got a huge weekend coming up next week, just like they're talking themselves. To be perfectly technical, tomorrow is 6 years of me as an affiliate here on Twitch. We are going to be, we're actually going to push that back a week to celebrate it next Sunday over on the, during the Forbidden Door Sidecast. We might even throw an extra stream on earlier in the day. Have a little bit of fun with that. They're up. But no, this has turned out, this turned into a pretty decent match, even though this was only supposed to be a tag match, not a trios, from what I remember. I don't mind it being a trios whatsoever, because I do have a feeling that Gabe Kidd's going to be back on Sunday, because he was back at the last NJPW show. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there as well, and those that have fathers and whatnot. I'll always appreciate all you here, and if you haven't picked up something for your dad, well, let's face it, it is Father's Day, so you're not too worried about it. Worry about it being an issue, right? So, I forgot I had a special mount set up on my mount for my camera here that I can put my phone down. I don't have to worry about it here. So, oh, and there's Perry with the snare trap. I think we're done here. There should be a trio tap out, I do believe. Either that or they're going to run into each other. Nope. But yeah, Forbidden Door is just lined up with so much great talent. And just with everything lined up, like, it's going to be a very solid card. I saw Tekla was over in Stardom this weekend trying to shave the head of the owner of Stardom in a promo that she actually snuck behind like a Jason, like Jason or Freddy or any of those guys. Basically a serial killer, and had some clippers in her hand to try to shave her blonde. So, oh yeah, and Leo Rush ended up winning the ROH TV. I'm just happy that Leo managed to take his career in a different direction, and now it's paying off big time, to say the least. I really do love how Nigel is just figuring out that Rick Knox is a horrible referee. But yeah, yeah, that match with Action Andretti and AR Fox I'm a little disappointed that AR didn't get the title a little longer than he did. He didn't get pinned, so he's open to an opportunity to get the title back in a rematch. But at the same time, like, have the guy like a Blackheart run with it. And he actually showed up on the House of Glory show yesterday. That's how I found out. I didn't get a chance to watch Ring of Honor this week. But they actually, Leo opened the show and came out for an open challenge. And that's when I found out he won the title, and I was just over the moon for him. And it makes me wonder, like, what else is in store there? And here's the other part. House of Glory actually announced prior to the show that this past Friday was the last time that they're going to be on Triller. So I don't know if they'll actually get into my AEW, but it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I would think that if they're going to do... oh my God, that was rough. And Homer, good to see you. Sorry I didn't mention you earlier. We were having these technical issues here that were causing us a little bit of headache here as we went along. But yeah, just and that'll be it for that. You know, they are getting. I swear they're probably going to have a trios match coming up here on the pay-per-view. It just makes sense, right? Like, you don't want to hold it out too long here, but you also, with Gabe back.
Right now, because Chris Statlander and Nina Shirakawa will be facing one another in the qualifying match for the TBS Survival of the Fittest. But the real question is, are you guys still friends? Yeah. I have always respected you, Bam. When it comes to Shida,
What is Harley doing?
I told you so. Well, I don't think anyone likes being told, I told you so. That's fine, because I'm gonna tell you something else. You have been TBS champion before, Bam. I have never won a title in AEW.
Yeah, the only title that Mina's won is the Ring of Honor interim TV title that eventually went back to Red Velvet after Mercedes won it off her.
I was made for it. Alright, and tonight I will be out there on commentary, so I want to see a nice clean fight. And may the best woman win.
And we get Harley on commentary, so I guess we're getting a little extra bonus tonight.
I will be in the ring with one of you. Okay, ladies? Shake. Yes, exactly.
That isn't exactly the kind of shake I think that Harley was looking for. But you know what? It could be it could be worse. As we go into a full commercial break here right now. Okay. So yeah, no. Like I said, I got a chance to go to Gamescom this week. I did get a little bit of art. I just haven't put it up on the wall yet. So hope I get a chance to show you guys here as we get going. Wrestling wise, it's been a pretty shitty week here in town. We have, let's see now, we got officially 4 local promotions that run here. 2 are actually going to run at the same time against each other. One of them had to cancel because we're in the middle of a monsoon outside and they were doing an outdoor show. I still say the reason that they canceled is because they probably sold 5 tickets. And then the other show, they originally had Tyler Breeze scheduled to be on the show. But unfortunately, Tyler wasn't able to make it. So with Tyler not being there, you can imagine I think they sold like close to 500-600 tickets for this show, and most of them had meet and greets involved. And having to refund all that money back, it's going to be a rough time, to say the least. Just rough on the indie scene. I'm glad that they're still doing the show tonight, but I haven't heard what adjustments they're making on the card for it. So, and that's one of the disadvantages we have up here in Alberta, and frankly most of Canada outside of the GTA, is the ability to fly somebody up. Like, flying somebody up to Toronto isn't as big of a deal as it is anywhere else, but like up here, like hell, the closest place is like a half-hour flight, and that's to Calgary. And on top of that, trying to get through customs and what, like, Tyler wouldn't explain exactly why the reason was that he couldn't make it, but just putting 2 and 3 together, I think it's either got to be flight or border issues. I can't see it being anything else at this point, unless it's WWE pulling WWE things. If he's got like a trainer's contract or something, or I'm sure everything will come out in the wash eventually about what's going on, but no, yeah, I'm just happy that, we got a lot of things going on here, and I do hope that a bigger spotlight gets on some of these local wrestlers, because we got some that are absolutely great. Oh, we're back. And Sheeta's here.
Last week. Now, will you be watching Nina and Chris's match tonight? I'm already in survival of the fittest, but all those girls who try to
Wonder if it's a visa thing. I remember a few years ago, Taya Valkyrie wasn't able to do the TNA loop in Canada. She would lose her status. She left. I got a hunch that's more than likely what the case is, BJC. Like, I'm thinking it's a visa thing. Because he hasn't been up in Canada for a while, at least on a wrestling end. I can't speak personally. I believe Sheeta just swore at Lexi. So, I don't know. So, yeah, Harley on commentary. I wonder if there's... I can't see there being any kind of flip or anything here in terms of a face-heel dynamic. Just because... Would you want to do something like that on a tape show? Yeah, I'm literally just on Mina's entrance right now, and unfortunately, that's due to, well, I am using a stream that we shouldn't be using. Because right now, I am on my regular TV, I'm watching interviews with drivers that are supposed to be in their vehicles getting ready to drive. So, the joys of NASCAR racing, where they can only turn left, and they seem to hit barricades way too often. How well are you watching Collision? Because I got PJC. If you want a link, hook up with Zodiac or else Nats Fan. They both. I got my link off Nats Fan just because it's literally on my. I went from X to my phone and finally got it. The link that you gave me, Zodiac, just gave me a block, gave me an auto block on my computer, so I couldn't really do much with it. So, but yeah, I actually have turned into a man of the high seas tonight, watching it. So, yep. That's the link that... Oh, sorry, everything's just catching up. I'm at work, so I can't do anything seedy, but I'll have to catch up the... Just have to catch the VOD. Yeah, you can actually... If you do have the channel, you can get on the... I just found out you can get on the Crave app and watch it, so... It makes me really wonder what they're going to... Like, are they going to catch it already in progress? Oh, I know. Okay. So the problem is the guy hit the barricade so hard. No, PJC, not McG. You can send the McG if you want, if he wants to get in that way. But it seems like there's a lot of people popping in here tonight and just... Oh, it's actually funny because I want to quickly bring this up. I know we've got a great match going on right now. Oh, good. We're watching porta potties on my TV instead of actually watching wrestling. For 5 cents. Like, it's amazing how good of a scenario we have here with all these female wrestlers, and that... Ain't that some shit? Yep, I'll give you that one. I'm not going to flush that one that quick. No, I appreciate it, Nats. Once again, I thank you. I know I'm a little bit behind a lot of you guys here, but when I'm talking, I usually can't piss away a joke like that. Oh, God, we are on a roll here, folks, but... But it's interesting to see the survival of the fittest, that we have so many top level wrestlers in this tournament for the TBS. I don't want to know what kind of role you're talking about. We're just gonna. No, we're not even stopping on that one. We're just gonna keep going here. We're watching somebody physically get arrested by the police right now on TV. From NCIS. 4:20 past. No, yeah, we watched the guy come out of a porta potty, come up to this truck, and now he's getting arrested while we're watching Collision on my phone. This is like one of the craziest scenarios of the world. Based on the fact of what his t-shirt is, he might have actually jumped the rail and caused that accident. Like, I don't have the audio on. And they're not even saying anything. Oh, we got black video. We got audio though.
For those of you joining us for Banana Bowl, the party animals versus the Texas Tailgaters live.
So now they decide, on a mic stream, you can watch an American get arrested and wrestling at the same time. Let's call it a bonus. All right, CW, they've switched off.
We'll get you live on CW when things wrap up here in San Diego. What a day. I mean, just remarkable what we've seen. A pair of red flags, one early in the race on the opening lap and one here on this restart, this most recent restart. And it's taken a number of drivers and sent them behind the wall. As we watch this track repair continue here.
So what they actually had to do, the reason they got this repair, there's a certain gate that has to be put on around the track, sort of a cage, in case the drivers fly up and get thrown up. Yeah, that snapped on the last crash, so they have to rebuild it again before they can start the race again. But yeah. I do appreciate the once race leader crossed the start finish line after 7:45 PT. Next lap was a white flag followed by a checkered flag. So they got another 2 hours before they're going to finish that race. So they could literally be waiting another hour and still have that frickin' race finished. Jesus. 25 more laps. Can each lap count for 5, please? And I completely agree with you. But I guess the way the rule is, wherever someone tweet, can we get the stupid track fixed? I'll always state we got to work on safety. The thing that gets me is the fact that we're plain old missing Collision altogether. And if it wasn't for Nats here giving us the opportunity to see this, because this is actually a really good match here between Shirakawa and Statlander going on right now. Like how there's Arby's ads inside the car now. Well, considering half the drivers, if they get in a bad enough crash, look like... Never mind. Let's just... Hashtag capitalism, yeah. Oh, drivers are back out. What are they doing? They might be going back to the pits. Either they're getting back in the pits or else they're going for... Yeah, I don't know. Either they're going back in the pits, they're actually going to be racing here. Nationals are... Nats are 4 over 500. The Jays are 1 under 500 after a great victory today. Come from behind style. So Mina here, like, what's up with Vlad? He's got a pinch back. I got a feeling he's got nagging injuries and he doesn't want to give it up this year. We won't know till the end of the season, or till the Jays are eliminated. But did Stat forget to kick out and they just had to edit the video there? Harley just throwing out the random gum under the table joke. Oh my God, we got another race. We got another lap in. Let's go. Damn. I will say if this isn't intent, like if they don't miss these pinfalls, like if it's literally a screw up and they get out of it, the camera editing is absolutely excellent on it. Because it makes it look like they're kicking out at 2.99999. Canada should have a USA Plus and have a collision tab. Technically, the USA and Canada channel is under Crave. That's actually something I looked into. Unfortunately, they don't have it on Crave Live right now. They literally have the feed from the channel live. Like for anybody that can't watch it today in Canada, and you have the channel, you can check it out on demand tomorrow. And there's Statlander with a victory, just a quick roll up. And now Mina's going to go over the top. Here in the States, you have multiple... Yeah. But if you go online, basically, Crave is like... Crave's basically the equivalent to HBO Max up here in Canada. So, in terms of live, I'm sure that the feed would be live, but my AEW only works for international for Collision and Dynamite because of the TV deals, which I will go check out right now just in case. Did somebody get the hold of the Outrunners? Yeah, right now I'm going through it all, and like, there's a lot of stuff on the channel, but there's nothing right now. So yeah, no, I get it. Like, I'll be honest. I hope TK does look at alternate options going forward after. But the fact that he does get that Wednesday night spot on TSN, like, that's the equivalent of getting an ESPN spot for WWE on TV in prime time. You don't want to give that up. But it makes me wonder if they could do something like this going forward. Like, they got to do something to adjust it here. But here comes Jack Perry. I love the new shirt. Yeah, Max, yeah. At least they got the damn cars going around the track finally, so... Use Prime Video. I actually use my AEW for video now because I had absolutely no problems last show. Outside of the outages that everybody had. Perry versus Sabre Jr. on Wednesday. I'll go for that match. I will go for that match all day, every day. Oh, hey, it's the Hurt Syndicate. Where the fuck have they been? You do remember they were in the semi-main of Double or Nothing, right? And honestly, Forbidden Door needs to be discontented. What the hell is that hairline on Mason? Who's got the Orlando Jordan pose? That guy in the ring with the hairline the way that he has, my God. And I'm going to talk about hairlines, folks, but my God. It has one NJPW wrestler. Yeah, I just got a bad feeling. NJPW, like, we're going to get a few more matches lined up next week, Nats. Like, there will be more. They're not going to cut the pay-per-view because they can use CMLL, they can use Stardom. And the biggest problem with doing interpromotional pay-per-views, it's not necessarily the actual pay-per-view itself. It's not the promotions themselves. It's the fact that there's a 16-hour flight between where these promotions run. Don't ever forget that. Like, how easy is it to go back and forth between shows when you have a 16-hour flight between all the shows that New Japan has and AEW has, and you're trying to fight back and forth like that? You're not going to book these matches until the very end. Personally, if you wanted to do anything, you just say that, look, all the matches are going to be booked a week before. And AEW is probably one of the few promotions where you can get away with something like that. Where TK can just say, look, you know we're going to have a good show, and this is what we're doing for it. So, myself personally, I do feel that might be a way to go. I know it's frustrating not knowing what's on the card, and also knowing that there isn't the plethora of NJPW talent on there. There isn't a plethora of CMLL talent on there. Let's just say that, a lot of promotions don't want to lend that talent out. Because let's remember, Nats, and for anybody that's asking here, Wrestle Dynasty got canceled the second year in. And yes, I know I'm paying very little attention to this match because, well, anybody who thought that the two already in the ring gentlemen were going to win are about as high as that guy's forehead. But MVP's got a mic. This might be the most important part of this match. The viewing audience. Okay. What? Ah.
Let me make this real clear for you. We are not friends with anybody. We're not enemies with anybody. What we are is businessmen. We are in
So this is how TK gets around making these guys go after titles.
If you want somebody mauled, if you want somebody's ass whooped properly, you come see your boy MVP and bring a big old bag of cash. You bring the money, and we'll bring the pain.
Where's MJF?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are the Hurt Syndicate, and we're open for business. And before we leave, I'll let you all tell everybody what we do better than anybody else on the planet.
Well, at least the crowd's onto it rather well for the chance. I've always found it a little bit rough to set things up to say that we don't go after titles. Like, to me, it just feels awkward doing something like that because, well, shouldn't everybody going after titles? And yeah, again, there was an angle where MVP told MJF when he had a title, Lashley be there for him, and it would not be business. I got a feeling eventually, after a few bouts of taking up this money, Lashley's probably going to lash out, no pun intended, and say, look, I want a title. Well, Seidel's back. I didn't even know he was injured. Okay, that was... You ever have a promo that just gets awkwardly ended at just a certain point? Just it's like you step on a break and it just, immediately stops instead of, slowing down. That's what it felt like, that promo there, but no, like I really do hope that I do hope that Lashley does end up going after MJF to close up this little plot line. It is frustrating, and I completely get it, Zodiac, that they had this great story going, and all of a sudden it just gets nuked for some reason or another, and we don't know what that reason really is. Now, is it in the back burner, able to be used? Yes. Is absence going to make the heart grow fonder on it? Possibly. But I honestly don't feel that MJF's going to have that title for that long. All right, chat. Throw up. We're going to try something here. I haven't done one of these before, so let's try this. Put a 1 in the chat if you think MJF's going to make it to All In with the AEW title. Put a 2 in chat if you think he's going to lose it before then to somebody else. Because we're getting, like, I got a feeling we're going to have a difference of thoughts for a lot of people here. I'm only doing this because we have a lot of people in here, and I appreciate the lurkers, by the way. If you're just hanging out and checking things out, I appreciate you. If you're trying to figure out where the damn broadcast is, I've unfortunately had to do a sailor's life for me if you want to get the shanty going. Due to the fact that, well, at least the goddamn NASCAR race is back on. We're on lap 40 of 60 when it was supposed to be done over, well, almost an hour ago. But yeah, to answer my earlier thought here, I'm shading towards a little bit more where McGee's going. That's more my thought about where we're going to be going with this title. I do think we're going to get a Mark Briscoe match at Beach Break. I think that's where they'll do the title match after Briscoe wins the cage match. I do think MJF does get out of that. And then they set up the redemption storyline at all puns intended in Montreal. Cowboy will screw MJF over? That maybe. Oh, time for a Ciampa. Oh, 5 cents. They had another crash. They just had another crash. Oh, yeah, right into the wall and then boom, right into it. Why would you put a pile of tires in the middle of the road? So now you got to go out there and put the tires back or what? These drivers are really good at driving. Yeah, no. This is like driving in the Deerfoot in Calgary during rush hour. By the way, shout out to the Edmonton Elks of the CFL who are now 2-0, giving Montreal Alouettes quarterback Davis Alexander his first ever loss in the regular season. And just a reminder to anybody that's listening that the Elks are 2-0, the Bombers are 1-1. Just saying. Not saying, just saying. But just thought I'd throw that out there. I love how Tommaso literally turned to Nigel and just pointed at the curtain and said, hurry up, get this over with. Will not use the first name Chris right now, which very well could be something intentional. I think we've all figured it out. Oh, for 5 cents, get that yellow flag. Shove that yellow flag up your ass. Sorry. I still got NASCAR on my TV. I can't help it. But yeah, I'm assuming that we're probably going to get a match at Forbidden Door between these two. And yes, Nats, I do remember your comment earlier about the lack of NJPW stars, and in many respects, yeah, the level of wrestler at the NJPW level is hurting now. And I don't really want to say it's because TK picked up everybody, because he didn't. Evil did go to WWE. And that is one example of somebody who's moved over. And there are visions of the past where a lot of that stuff got taken by, like, people have willingly gone to WWE. A lot of them went to TNA as well, but more recently it has been the AEW pickup of Japanese wrestlers, and I think a lot of that has to do with the familiarity, but a lot of it has to do with the creativity and all the other reasons that we really usually don't want to talk about here. But looking at the roster, like, there are a good subsection of wrestlers that could be here, but not as many as you'd really think. Like, I think Shota Umino has probably got a good shot at being here. The guy that defeated Andrade El Idolo for the Global Championship for NGPW, the IWGP version there. Yota Tsuji has just got a hard-on saying he won't show up at Forbidden Door. And he's got this protectionist thing going on, saying how it's such a bad thing for NJPW and AEW to work together, and it almost feels like a shoot. And I think it's more bitterness over the fact that apparently TK didn't want to use Yota Tsuji. He didn't think he was a charismatic guy enough to use for the show. So
The answer is it really doesn't matter. Because each and every version of Jericho is gonna kick your ass.
okay, all right, Jericho. Enough generic answers.
Oh, there he is. This is the Chris Jericho that I wanted from the beginning.
I hope this is the Jericho you wanted.
Thing I've wanted for a very long time, and I have an idea. July 8th in Clearwater, Florida. That's what.
Oh, they're waiting a beach break for this match.
I want you, Chris, to invite your friends and your family, and I want you to sit them right in the front row. Because on that night, at beach break, we're gonna find out one of two things. Either you are exactly
They are really pushing beach break. Is there something else going on July 8th that I need to know about?
Tommaso Ciampa is indeed better than Chris Jericho.
You know when you put all the things together and you put all the pieces together for this? All wrestling is the same. Like, it's a determination to determine who's better. One person's better than the other.
In Clearwater on July 8th, we wrestle. But tonight, here in Houston, excuse me, Nigel, we fight.
And of course, they don't have a real hockey team. They have the Houston Arrows there. So this isn't going to be a hockey fight. It's just going to be a little bit of back and forth. And oh God. See, with Jericho, you'd really wonder if that would be a big deal. Oh God, right into the stairs. And Nigel's like, yeah, no, I'm peacing out. I'm going back upstage here. I'm a little bit behind. I'm getting some Discord messages from some other groups. I just didn't get a chance to close everything out, so I do know some of the things that are coming up. But yeah, Tommaso, like, taking the focus right now, and I could just imagine why. Damn! Is that a bald spot on the top of Jericho's head on top of it? Of course Jericho's turning his head, right? Here comes that running knee. It's going to knock Jericho. Oh, God, guarantee that. Yep, there we go. Of course Jericho's going to eat that now. That way he can get out of it for the match, and, you know, everything's all hunky-dory and spiffity-goo. So, okay, they're... Oh, for 5 cents, these guys need to learn how to drive. I guess that's why they're not in F1, right? Okay, Ciampa, shave his head. Shave his head. Shave his head. Shave his head. Didn't Tekla teach you anything? So they are bringing Shota over, are they? Okay. Nats, I told you we get some more. But look at how they have to do this promo. You can't even do it face to face. So Pac and Shota. All right, I'll take that. That's going to be a hell of a fun match. If you aren't familiar, Dante looks like he's bulked up a little bit. At least he's not getting an already in the ring entrance. I do appreciate that. But no, Pac and Shota Umino. Oh, it's for the Global Championship too. All right, this makes me feel good. Having Mystico come back. Was it Mystico one of the two that was having a problem getting across the border back into America for... Because I know it was the Beast Mortos was the other one, which we all wondered, why didn't Mercedes just marry him already? He is a lawyer after all, so why not? Yeah, you know, that's what I've heard. All the it's like the premier women there have the oh my god, I want to take that pace car and just run it off the road. As a Notary Republic, hey, you know what? It ain't that hard. Like, get a couple signatures and be on with it. Just gotta open a bank. I'll give you the both just for the hell of it there on that one. I appreciate that. You know, you gotta account for my services here. The American South? That sounds a little weird right now, to put it that way. But yeah, this should be a fun match here going through. And then, are we having, like, is Athena My World going to be the main event tonight? It'd be good for them for the fact that they're both from the area. That means a lot, but yeah, I'm thinking that's the case because they haven't even brought it up yet. What in the world? All right, that's going to be a little bit of a crazy tag. So, Nats, I think, like, I know you're probably lurking a little bit right now with everything going on, but yeah, the NJPW presence is starting to fill up pretty good here, so... I just hate the fact that it takes so long to book all these, but realistically, you do have to wait till like the week before because with both promotions working the style that they do, it's so easy to get injured. It is so easy to get so many issues come up with you. But yeah, as we go through here, like watching Mystico go at it, just the way that you've seen that he's improved over the years, it just makes things feel so much better for what we see out of here from him. But yeah, just one of the most humble, one of the most respected wrestlers coming out of CMLL. And like we said, we are getting him on the pay-per-view for Forbidden Door. I do think we're going to get a few more AEW-centric matches, but by the time the card's all said and done, there's going to be a lot of sprinkling in. It's not going to be completely AEW versus the world. But I do feel it's going to be there's going to be a lot more than a lot of people expect in terms of matches. Oh, and if you didn't hear from last night and you didn't get a chance to watch the pay-per-view, I didn't get an opportunity to. By the time I got home last night, I was just a little burnt out from being at a con all day. So, if you didn't see, Hechicero actually turned on Konosuke Takeshita during one of the main events there on the CMLL NJPW show. After Takeshita got the victory, apparently Don Callis got a hold of Hechicero and got him to beat the living crap out of him. So, which the funny part is, when you're dealing with a promotion like CMLL as well as New Japan, and I just got a chance recently to listen to the AEW Unrestricted podcast, which is now defunct, but I still got some old episodes I'm still trying to catch up on. Mina Shirakawa was on one of them, and that's the one I listened to lately. Mina was talking about how when in New Japan, in Stardom per se, it's a lot easier to work a Stardom show than it is to work a North American show, for the mere fact that you don't do run-ins in New Japan. You don't do run-ins in Stardom. You don't do all the theatrics outside the ring once the show gets going. Once you get into the arena for the show, it's about the matches themselves. Like, the most they have is their entrance. That's the most out of moment thing they have to deal with before they get going. After the show's done, they got their post-show interview, which those are definitely a different ball of wax altogether. Because those are literally foot to the fire kind of interviews that you can see here. And obviously in North America, when they started adapting to them, you could tell which promotions could handle them properly and which ones couldn't. Hence why one promotion doesn't do them anymore. All I'm asking right now is please do your 15 laps around a circle quickly. Like, this has got to be the longest 60 laps I've ever seen in my life here. But anyway, back to the action here. As I just got back from the commercial break here. For those wondering and those just popping in, I am probably a little bit behind you because unfortunately I've had to turn into a sailor this week. Nice crossbody there. Like, I'm almost starting to... I have to start thinking, like, we got All In coming in August 30th, right? We got this... Right after that, like, we do have a couple pay-per-views in between, but we got to start thinking about C2 at that point. Like, whoever's champion's champion, but then you're going to have, like, 12 absolute killers getting into that spot. And also, we haven't talked at all about Bandito taking on Moxley for the Continental title. That's going to be a fun match in itself. And it's another case of, will Moxley make Bandito look believable enough that he could beat him? Like that's pretty much the game with Moxley right now that they have to play. And we talked about that over the previous weeks here. Like, can you make it look like another wrestler is going to beat another wrestler when everybody knows that one wrestler is going to win it? Like, for me, like, looking at, even looking at last week, you had Mercedes versus Suzuki. And, well, let's face it, like, Kazuki looked like she deserved a contract right there and then. But Mercedes made her look like $1 million while she was out there, so. And I expect the same thing again. My World, Athena, like, we have to say that the odds-on favorite has to be Athena here, right? Like, with the experience, and just recently had that Survival of the Fittest match where Athena retained the ROH World title. It did take a lot of work from Billy Starks to help her out, but makes you wonder what we're going to get in this situation. I love how Christopher Daniels, like, I know a lot of newer wrestling fans won't remember the name, but Christopher Daniels reminds me a lot of Arnold Scotland. He was one of the very few WWF and transition to WWF face managers. He was probably the most notable person that he managed would have been Bob Backlund when he had his title reign before he lost the Iron Sheik. Yes, I'm going old school with some of my talk here about this, but the fact that it's very tough to be a face manager and be truly effective. Because let's face it, to be a heel manager is pretty decent and pretty decently easy. For the fact you could just sneak in there and you do the menacing things once in a while, you distract a lot. Like when you're a face manager, you want to have a presence, but you also don't want to overshadow who's in the ring. And granted, a heel manager wants to do the same thing, but there's certain points in a match where a heel manager needs to make his presence known. Those spots come few and far between for a typical face manager, for lack of a better term. Because usually when you're a manager of a good guy, that was a hell of a flip power bomb there. But the only time you're looking to do anything when you are a face manager, you're probably looking at more it's sort of the hero spot. Like somebody else has done something dastardly and you're there to be the hero to save the day. Enough for your man to get back into it. All right, Spanish Fly wins it. It's weird. That's not usually a finisher, but he's not going to boot him. It looked like Daniels thought that he was going to attack him or something. I do love the fact that Mystico gets to work down this area. That way he gets to use the theme, have the crowd get into it a little bit more. I'm going to laugh. It looks like NASCAR's lining up to finish right before the main event.
Listen, everybody already knows what you're doing is obvious, and it's getting kind of embarrassing because you're not doing a very good job of hiding the fact that you using all the Don Callis family
Really?
drama as a distraction to stay away from
When's the last time that Ricochet actually got in a ring?
anybody else on this entire earth. That if you and I were to meet right now, I would take your international championship like that. So why don't you man up, do your actual job, and defend it against a worthy competitor like myself? But that's a story for another time. I digress because I don't. Did you just see? Did we just? Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Seidel is back.
At a semi-main. Oh, yeah, that's right.
DAL for everybody out there who doesn't know who that is. How can you blame them? I mean, Matt, you don't wrestle anymore. Hell, you probably forgot how to. All you do is hang around the back trying to be one of the boys. But when you actually remember how to wrestle, I'll be glad to help you out and give you some airtime because I am Ricochet.
Seidel and Ricochet, let's go. I forgot that Ricochet was part of that. Yeah, just like the Hurt Syndicate, remember? Let's go full circle on this here. So we go into a commercial break here again. Yeah, it's so funny. Like, you're with the Hurt Syndicate, I'm with Ricochet. Like, it's been a point of time where a lot of people didn't really need to be working. So, as we're getting towards Forbidden Door, like Forbidden Door, I know typically we do have a little bit of a run through here. And Twitch chat, just a heads up here. While we got a commercial break going on, I'm going to run the ads so we don't have to worry about them during the match here. So, just throwing those in right now while we're. It gave me the warning saying we had 3 minutes, so I just figured, well, let's throw it in there right now while we got a second. But as we're going through this here, and this time of year is a little bit rough to try and book because you're trying to set up Forbidden Door, so you're trying to deal with people that aren't actually there to book those matches. You're trying to have a sensible storyline as you're going through. Like the world title, they've still carried through pretty much the same story that you want to do. You want to have multiple challengers going after MJF, which isn't the worst thing in the world to have is that position, but then, but for everything else, like, you don't want to get too intense of a rivalry between people unless you're going to run the feature match after the show, which, like, for example, Ciampa and Jericho, like, they're running their big match over at Beach Break, which Jericho has a house in Clearwater, right? So it's actually funny because I just thought of it. That's the same. I believe it was Mr. Perfect, or not Mr. Perfect, Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff. He, I don't think he lives there now, but I think that's where he was resided out of when he was in his golden year days, like taking on Hogan and such. But yeah, just like I said, it's going to be interesting to see where everything lines up, and the booking's going to have to get a little bit more tighter now in terms of setting up these feuds. We are 1 week away, like we're a week and a half away from Forbidden Door. Then for 5 cents, another yellow.
What the hell is that?
Talk about the dogs, 30 years in the biz. David Finlay does sound like Cope.
your creams, your ointments, your balms, your salts, your vitamins, your minerals, your peptides, your raw tides. I don't give a damn.
Surprised he didn't say depends.
We're young and we're dumb and we're full of some.
Wow. Wow. I thought he was going to say it. I thought Clark was going to say it.
Hard truth. They do not make it like the dogs anymore. Matter of fact, they never did. We have made a name for ourselves because we smashed it.
Young, dumb, and full of some. wait. Let's just put that up there.
Dogs are about to put you bitches down.
Don't steal the guns gimmick. Well, somebody's... Oh, Pac's coming out. Yeah, there's an already in the ring match coming up here, so... Pac's about to murder someone, so... if anybody wants to call the cops, maybe... one of those... I got new buttons, folks, and I just haven't been using them. I gotta start using these more. Jay Alexander actually looks like he could maybe take on Pac, but... I love it. Like Shivani's like, no, we don't. Shivani, Nigel's like, Shivani, we don't need you here. He may be thick, but Pac is one of those guys that I think pound for pound, he might be the strongest guy in AEW. Like, and I am including Claudio in that. Just because Pac is that much smaller than Pac is like completely smaller than Claudio. But pound for pound, like they're both, like their strength on both of them just absolutely insane. And ever since Pac started to go to a little bit more of this British, it's been a little bit more of a British style. Yeah, I know, this is over real quick.
That is true. It is Forbidden Door, CMLL, New Japan, AEW, and the Death Riders. We float everywhere in the world, anywhere that there is.
And Marina's just giving a boot. I'm surprised this crowd is not cheering for that. Marina's now officially become a doctor here, apparently. So just making sure everything's good to go. And shot to the stomach here. And I am assuming Pac's going to get maybe one more move in here, and that'll be the end of that. So I was going to see if I could check what the rest of the card is, but unfortunately it's on my phone. So hey, Logan. How are you doing tonight? I hope you're doing well, and hope everything's going well for you. We're doing good. I'm actually, we're watching Collision tonight thanks to a out-of-town sailor site. I think is the best way to put it. Hope you're doing well. Unfortunately, in Canada here, our regular channel is, oh God. Alexander Cave a tap because he can't move his muscles that much. No, doing well so far tonight. Just we're just cruising along here, but yeah, unfortunately, due to NASCAR going overrun for over an hour and a half already, Collision is not available on our main TVs up here in Canada. So we've had to find alternate means, and AEW hasn't provided any information. Neither has Bell about where to find it outside of interesting means. So.
I haven't been in AEW much because I've been making history with CMLL with my dual contract. But don't think for a second that I haven't been paying attention to what's happening here in the AEW Women's Division. Divine Dominion, congratulations, 100 days as the AEW Women's
So.
Tag Team Champions. What an accomplishment! But the Thunder only knows that I love challenges. And in CMLL, I have worked with some of the best, the prettiest, and the most
This is how we're going to get CMLL involved. Okay.
So double D's. How about this challenge? I bring somebody from CML and me, and we go for your titles. Because it's taken you 100 days to build your legacy, but it can take us 1 day to end it. And Babosas, I can promise you this. You have not seen
I wonder who they bring in.
because La Mera Mera don't knock on doors.
Yeah, I noticed I can't watch it on our TV, lame NASCAR. If you want a link, there's a couple guys in the chat that do have links for you. If you want to check it out via those swing in the water methods. As the sea is always with me. So, I really do hate doing this, but there's no real other way to do it right now. So, yar. Have I seen the new James Bond game? I have. I'll be honest, I'm waiting for it to be on sale before I pick it up because, well, frankly, my backlog is, well, I could, my background's like 6 million miles long right now. And if I'm not going to get to something right away, I might as well wait until I possibly get a sale on it. It seems like it's good. It is a very good game. I've watched a few streamers go at it, and it seems like a lot of fun. But like I said before, I did see a lot of good indie games this weekend as well as we were at Gamescom here in Edmonton. Canada's largest video game exposition, which I will admit, the number of demos that I did see, I expected a little bit more. I think there might have been more last year, but the variety of what they had was a lot better. And a lot of the developers that were there, really friendly, really trying to get their games over, and had a lot of great ideas for theirs. So picked it up. It's a very good, yeah. I've seen a lot of people enjoy it. And I have no doubt that it's going to be fun when I play it. And one thing, Logan, about me, I'm not big on spoilers because, well, to be perfectly honest, working as a pro wrestling commentator for the better part of 10 years, you sort of get numb to the idea of spoilers. Because in order to be a commentator, certain wrestlers are going to give you certain points to pick up when you're calling a match. And, well, frankly, they're going to spoil a whole bunch of stuff for you because of that, right? Because you got to know if there's going to be a run-in or there's going to... Who's this person coming in on a run-in? Or what this move is set... Like, if this move's a tribute to somebody or whatnot. So, it's almost translated into the video game world for me that the... that having things spoiled for me is sort of apropos. I still get used to wanting to enjoy playing a game myself because getting that satisfaction of seeing something happen. And also the fact I forget things very easily. So. But yeah, myself personally, like, if it wasn't for the fact that Halo's coming out next month, I'd probably look to get Bond a little bit sooner. But after I'm done Lego Batman, I'm probably going to go right in, or we're probably going to have a couple weeks of fighting games maybe on stream, and then we're going to be getting into Halo. Because I want to see if they've adjusted some of the stuff a little easier for me. Check out the link to watch AEW. I don't watch anything after the trailer for a game. That's fair. If you want in the chat, talk to Nats fan or Zodiac. They can whisper you a link if you don't have one. Well, I got Game Pass, so I'll be honest. I've had Game Pass ever since. I never canceled mine, but I bought enough months ahead prior to the big jump last year, at the end of last year. I bought enough that I don't have to worry about... I never had to worry about the price increase because it was already back down by the time all those months ran out. So I got lucky. And we have another 2 cars down. They're down to what? 18 cars out of the bunch? Ugh. But in the meantime, like, just watching Sabre here right now, like, you know this is a showcase match for him and him against Adam Priest, setting up for his match next weekend with Kenny Omega. That is going to be a very fun match. To many people, that is a dream match here. I would love to think that Omega is a little closer to 100% than what he was in some of his earlier matches. And this one has a lot of standards to live up to, and hopefully they get the opportunity to do that here. But the Game Pass as well, but I want to play it on PlayStation. Just a heads up for you, Logan, and this is for anybody that is looking to get Halo for PS5 and wanting to play it even local 2-player. Apparently there was something that came down to say that each person needs to have either a PlayStation Plus or a one of the PlayStation memberships or a it was saying screwy that just didn't make a lot of sense. That if 2 different people want to play it, they have to both have a PlayStation Plus account or something to that effect. Do yourself a favor, do a little research before you start. So I know myself, I know that Xbox has a version of the Duke that they're bringing out. I might actually consider getting that because, well, these ham hocks are a little big, so I can actually handle the Duke rather well. But yeah, just it's funny watching Sabre Jr. just literally rip apart a guy. It's something we don't get to see a lot around here, and I don't know if Sabre Jr. really... Do you think Sabre... Chat, let me know. Do you think Sabre Jr. would translate well over to the North American style on an ongoing basis? Like, he would constantly be one of the pure title guys, I would guarantee that, in Ring of Honor, but when it comes to his style into a major promotion like AEW, WWE, TNA, well, yeah, AEW maybe, WWE no way, yeah. Like, I think in many ways AEW is a lot more forgiving with the fact that it lets you do your own style a lot better. But at the same time as well, you're looking at this, and as I'm watching things go along, Sabre Jr. reminds me of that guy that you just want to have as a special treat every once in a while. Because if you have it way too often, there's just not enough there. Like, don't get me wrong, Sabre Jr. has a lot of charisma. He knows how to be a dickhead. I think that's the best way to explain it. Like, you know, guys like MJF has a lot of dickhead there, so. Oh, goody, another crash with 6 laps to go. It's like everybody is. I love the fact that this one vehicle just lost the back end of their vehicle, and they're like, fuck it, I'm finishing this race right now. And yeah, AEW does have a lot of roots in Japanese wrestling and all the feelings about it, so. And I love the fact that somebody smacked into a wall and then decides to back up in the middle of traffic. This literally is Calgary on the Deerfoot. The Deerfoot's their main access road, their main ring road around the city, so. I wish they would literally get the race done and literally shoot back over to AEW here, but. But yeah, just. Priest just getting ripped apart here from pillar to post. You know what I'd like to see? If Sabre's taking on somebody, I'd like to see Sabre take on Adam Priest's tag team partner, Tommy Billington. Like, get the British relationship going there, right? Like, I know Tommy, I think he's... I'm not sure if he's on the indies or if he's out with an injury right now. Because I was just trying to remember which way it was. I thought I saw him do for a promo earlier, but... Once again, thank you for the emote, Homer. I gotta see with it. Oh, Megasis. Where's that one from? Oh, okay. I love that emote. Actually, looks very detailed, very cute. Yes, I'm using the word cute. Sue me. But... Yep, Priest is done. Shut up! We want this to Sabre. Oh, this is going to be an insane match coming up at the pay-per-view. Another freaking accident.
Do you not remember what I single-handedly put you through when I first came to AEW? What makes you think?
I knew that was coming.
I am Colossal Lena Cross, one half of the most dominant tag team.
So she's officially now known as Colossal Lena Cross. I can't really argue with it.
So please, go to CMLL. Please, find whatever poor, ignorant luchadora who doesn't realize what they're about to become.
Here's something scary, folks. And I just thought about this. with all the talk that's been going on, what if, and this is a big what if the opponents for Divine Dominion are Thunder Rosa and Tessa Blanchard? With all this talk of Tessa now having to pick CMLL over TNA and couldn't work there anymore, what if it was a smokescreen to bring her in for this tag match and she wanted to start working with CMLL as a rep for CMLL on an AEW show? And CMLL wanted her to work on an AEW show. Can you imagine? Sad part is I can. So we can mark this down on record as the fact that that's possibly thinking of what's going to happen here. But speaking of what's going to happen here, it looks like we're getting our main event here in just a moment. So it's time to give you guys a bit of a rundown of what's going to be going on the channel here. After we're done here, we are going to have our latest edition of Backbreaker Pro Wrestling Madness, which is going to feature the start of our mini tag team tournament to determine who our next opponents are going to be for the BPW Championship Experience, as also known as the Retro Balls. It is going to be the North American Connection. It was quite a headpiece she was wearing. She always does, Logan. She always does. It's going to be the it's going to be the North American Connection, Seth Ross and Nick Ontario, taking on the team of Walker Pipe Guy and Fanboy Brian, as the Blue Shell Battle Club is looking to continue the momentum of what the ladies did on Wednesday, and hopefully advance to the final of a mini tournament that will conclude next Saturday here on Madness. And in our main event, we are going to have a battle royal to determine the new wildcard champion, as PJC had to forfeit the title as he cashed it in for a shot at the BPW tag titles here last week. So we will crown a brand new champion. It will include people that have never had the championship before. And it will also lead to a special announcement that we'll be having after the match. So from there, Sunday, we are going to, I'm hoping to get on Sunday. Sunday is a 6-year anniversary for me being a Twitch affiliate here. We are going to, the official celebration with the hat and the emote and all that stuff, that's going to be next weekend. I couldn't guarantee that I'm going to be on tomorrow, so I'd rather book it for a time that I know I'm going to be here.
I gotta thank you, because I needed this. Trust me.
I'll get to Jericho's promo here first. Well, that was quick. But yeah, we next Wednesday we'll be here with BPW Evolution as well as AEW Dynamite as we're getting towards Forbidden Door. I always hate when champions come out first, but I digress. But then, next Thursday we're going to get into Lego Batman. We are just starting up Chapter 4. We just finished having Robin help us out, take out Two-Face, but it looks like we're going to get Bane and Mr. Freeze up next year. So, and then we'll be back here next Saturday with AEW Collision. Hopefully it'll be on our TV this time. But if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit the thumbs up and the subscribe. If you're watching over on Twitch, make sure you hit the follow button if you haven't already. And if you really enjoy what you see on the show, please hit the subscribe button. And everything that everything that goes into the channel comes out directly towards the production part of the channel here. So, but whether you're lurking, chatting, or just looking for a great time, I appreciate you being here. How's the Lego Batman game? I am loving it. I am loving every second of it. It's about 4 hours a chapter, but I'm also doing a lot of digging while we're at it. So from what I've heard, there's 6 chapters in it, so we're looking at about 24 hours for the game. If you're a very big stickler for timelines, you're going to get a little upset during the game because there is a little bit of back and forth from where it normally is. But if you're a little bit easier on that and you don't have many issues with that, you're just going to relax and have a fun time. So that's what I would say about that game. So yeah, if you didn't know, like getting back to the match here, both Maya World and Athena are from the Dallas area here. Also, Athena is the one that helped train Maya World to start out in wrestling. So this is a bit of a spotlight match for her. So these two look really good together here. Okay, Olympia. I would have loved to see a surprise instead, not just... And, of course, the Divine Dominion are on the buy-in again. Granted, the fact that you get to see Lena Cross and Megan Bain, and the fact that, you know, this is the kind of things you'll see on our pay-per-view, for a casual viewer, that just, you know... Is Shivani trying to apologize again? Yeah, just a heads up to you folks on Twitch here. There is an ad break coming up in about 2 minutes here, so. Even if I tried to snooze them, I won't be able to snooze the whole of them, so hopefully we can get through it earlier than later in the final match here, so. Yeah, Athena, she's pretty much been the constant bridesmaid here, right? Isn't that, like, she's never made it to the finals. She's always good to win one match, but just the rest of them are just, eh? I love how the cars are just literally falling apart as they cross the finish line. Oh, God. And my world's dead. All right, as we get a little picture-in-picture here right now as, you know, they're trying to scoop up the corpse of Maya World to get her back in the ring here. Going to throw the ad up right now while they're in middle of ads right now, so it's only 30 seconds difference, so I would think every pit crew should be overjoyed for the fact that their car survived the race. But yeah, just whichever way this ends up, this might actually be a very interesting matchup for I want to see an Athena Athena Mercedes rematch again because it almost feels like this is time for Athena to move up. But having a Maya and a Mercedes, like, don't get me wrong. If there was a betting app available for AEW matches, which I'm probably sure there is somewhere, I don't know if you'd find anywhere where the betting odds wouldn't be so stacked up against stacked for Mercedes in a match like that. Like, that might be one of the biggest ones for a pay-per-view ever. Like, with all due respect, for people asking for a high level of wrestling on a pay-per-view, as AEW has provided, like, that's going to be the biggest issue right now. If it ends up being Maya Mercedes, like, can Maya live up to that level that a pay-per-view needs to be? And can Mercedes get her there? Regardless of who wins. As we get to see somebody burning donuts in a parking lot. Like, fuck, I can go outside and watch that. I don't need to watch it in the middle of a friggin'... as he blows up a car as he hits a wall. This winning vehicle looks like it's got... yeah, it's got 2 tires. Yeah, it's got 2 tires. Yeah, he just blew out... he literally just blew out 2 tires. The fucking idiot. Well, you ain't going to the winner's circle, dumbass. Oh, signal was starting to get a little crazy there. Maya taking some good shots in here. By the way, welcome back from the break for everybody that was in a break right there. Beautiful head scissors takeover here. I don't know if that was supposed to be a single stomp or a double, but Maya's working at it. Holy crap. Not a full wrap up with the leg there, so. Oh my God, she actually does call it something evil. I forgot about that. That trap-legged exploder suplex that she does. She's a big Minions fan if you haven't met Athena yet or seen anywhere. Like when she does podcasts from home, her room is covered in Minions. All of her supporters are called Minions. Oh. Damn. What a drop there. Oh, God. Maya did not look like she wanted to kick out of that one, even if she was supposed to. You're going for a widow's peak? Nope. Cut her out of nowhere. Vintage Maya. These ladies are putting on a real decent match here. Oh, I thought it was a full knee. No, that was a reversal. Oh, God. That had to suck. I guess Maya had to roll through. Okay, that makes sense. Now, personally, if I'm Mercedes, I come out here and distract Athena. Tried to go for the old face there, and ref should have called the pin anyway. Why would you Shivani, just, if you're going to call it. Don't say it's while they're heading to the outside. Nice block. Oh, we are getting to catch the Ricochet on Wednesday. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be a fun Wednesday, folks. Queen Aminata and Red Velvet, so we're going to probably get Aminata in there. Oh, Harley. Oh, Harley, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Harley Marina? Like, that's like sending a lamb to a wolf. Like, Harley's about to be destroyed. Like, don't get me wrong, Harley's a good wrestler, but Marina should be the favorite for the title. Marina should be the favorite for every damn match she's in. That does not include Toni Storm. Because apparently Toni Storm is the kryptonite for... Maya, get back in the ring. We don't do countouts in AEW. Okay, that's a mistake. That wasn't just a little mistake. That was a lot of mistake. She wants a real win. All right. Shout out to Athena for putting up with that, but... Athena doesn't make mistakes like this, so I got a weird feeling. Damn, what a shot. She's going to hit that old face. It's going to be nigh. Oh, God. The worst moment. Goddamn Twitch and OBS have to disappear at the worst moment, don't they? Just as we're getting to our finish here. God damn it. Ugh. And everybody's just piling in again. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I'm sorry about the headaches here. It's for... Holy shit! That was slick and solid. This reminds me a lot of Owen, actually. It makes a lot of sense. You do this match. You do this match this way. Let's face it, we're not getting Maya World main eventing out in Wembley. Cause that just ain't gonna happen. Of course, I did say that about there's no way that Maya's losing this match, but All right. A little bit of hug out moment, so you know what happened here. And here comes Mercedes to face off. Still in the spotlight as always. I love how Excalibur has to overly explain the fact that, and even Mercedes giving the hug. I do have a weird feeling that these two are absolutely good. Well, Mercedes has got to do something to heal it up right now. Just smack her in the head with the title. Come on, I dare you. No, Athena goes at it. Oh, God. Now we're getting this. So who's going to come out for the save? High in there or what? Or are they literally going to run this out? A little bit. Oh, God. And she's tapping out, but they ain't going to let go of that. Oh, my. What do I think of the finish? It's an out of nowhere finish. Like, if you're dealing with... sorry, I want to just... Respectfully, I need to get this tab off my phone here. Depending on the viruses and whatnot that could be there. So, just want to finish that off. I don't mind the finish. An out of nowhere cover. And just having Maya just literally survive the ordeal there. It's not the worst thing in the world. I'll just straight up say that. I think it was a decent pin. It reminds you a lot about Owen Hart being the underdog throughout his career. Like, he was always the younger brother. He was always the one that was picked on. He was always the one that they never thought he could get over the top. Where if we look back at it, realistically, Owen Hart looked like he might have been the best one ever. Best of the Hart family. He very well could have been. And I think I think this all but guarantees Mercedes is winning it. I would literally put money down saying that Maya's not going to win that match if there was an opportunity for that. The only thing I question, the only thing I worry about, the only thing I consider, this is going to be Maya's first pay-per-view match. And you know Mercedes, she's got to do her 20 minutes. Is Maya going to be able to keep up with that 20 minutes? I don't know. I literally don't know. It's going to be fun to find out. Like, at worst, it's going to be a bathroom break. At best, we're going to get a 5-star classic with these two. Always try to think positive, and that very well might be what we end up with here. So, overall, like I said, tonight's been a good one. Does this mean the original matchup was Sari and Willow? I would think so. Sari and Willow, those were... that was a New Japan rivalry that was around for a while, and it would have made a lot of sense in Forbidden Door to have a Stardom versus AEW. It makes a lot of sense that way. But we'll never really know what the real answer was supposed to be. It could have been Athena Willow. It could have been Sari Willow. it almost feels like Willow was the person to take out Tekla because of dark versus light, evil versus good. The story just wrote itself way too easily here. But will TK ever really tell us what the answer is? Probably not, because he's probably going to use that same storyline again. And it wouldn't surprise me if Willow very well could win next year, depending on who it's going to be, right? So we could literally go all over the books with it. Maya's an interesting choice. I don't know if she's ready for this, but I've been wrong. I hope to be wrong. I personally think this is going to be another one of those. You know how we always talked about Jericho being the one match on the card that really didn't belong because he just didn't fit in properly for it? I honestly feel that this might be that match, and I really hope that I'm proven wrong. I wholeheartedly hope that I'm proven wrong. I hope that things are different. I hope that as we go through this that Maya proves it. Maya shoves it down all our faces. Like, don't get me wrong, she's had a main event spot in an ROH pay-per-view. Like, don't forget about that. Supercard of Honor, she was in the main event. She was in the Survival of the Fittest. She was one of the final two there. But being in the main event of an ROH pay-per-view is a whole different ball of wax than being on the card on an AEW main show. She's been on the pre-show before. Like, Maya and Hyan were fed to the Divine Dominion as part of this challenge, right? So there is the history there, but at the same time, this is a whole different ball of wax on its own. And you know what? For everything that's gone on and the feel-good story about what's going on with Maya right now and the way that AEW is just doing good by her right now, I'm not hating this. Do I think the pay-per-view match is going to be any good? If I had a magic 8-ball, the answer would probably be all signs point to no. But really, when we looked at the original draw, and actually, sorry, let me correct myself. Before we got to the beginning of the draw, I think we almost all thought it would be either Willow or Mercedes going for the world title. But here's a question for you, chat, and I really do need to throw this out here. Styles make fights and stories make fights. And this is where the first bit of doubt goes into my head about the Forbidden Door match. While Mercedes versus Tekla, and I'm going up the odds that Tekla's going to keep the title all the way through. Mercedes versus Tekla, technically, will be a very good match. Realistically, as you're going through it, isn't that a heel-heel match for the title? Could they pull the trigger on Maya? She could end up losing to Tekla, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, do they go that far with this? And let Maya run the magical run of winning the Owen and then go on to Wembley and take on Tekla and seemingly, I don't know, that just, it seems like a bad choice to me, personally. Just, if we do that, I hope that she proves me wrong. I really do. I really do think, and I really do hope that Maya World can give me signs that, she can work a match that doesn't get edited. She can work a match where there will be a botch in there somewhere. Like, so far she's been good at the level she's been at, but she is asking to stepping up big time here. TK could have the faith. I just hope he makes the right choice. But with that being said, I think that's going to wrap it up here for the Sidecast part of the show. Twitch, hang on for a sec. We're going to convert over here in just a moment. YouTube, twitch.tv/Mike the Ref. We are going to be having our Backbreaker Pro Wrestling coming up here in just a moment. We got 2 awesome matches on the card, including Seth Ross and Nick Ontario, the North American Connection, taking on the Blue Shell Battle Club in Walker Pipe Guy and Fanboy Brian in the first of our 2 qualifiers for our mini tournament to determine the next contenders for the BPW World Tag Team Championships. And in our main event, we are going to have a battle royal to determine our new wildcard champion. It's going to be a fun time here, so make sure you pop over here, twitch.tv/Mike the Ref. And if you are heading out, thank you for being here, and a pleasure seeing y'all here on Backbreaker Video, and we will see you back here on Wednesday for AEW Dynamite. In the meantime, take care, everybody.